Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at the XC Designs TiRant Ultra. The Ultra is a modular platform that is based off of their uh, TiRant uh, V3, which was a pocket utility, a TiRant Razr. The one I have here is a slashed design that is in titanium. There are steel parts such as the locking mechanism for the razor blade, but it does include a TI clip, TI frame lock, runs on bearings, really smooth, flipper deployment. The method of removing and replacing the razor blade on the TiRant Razr is you push the little bar over, and that will allow you to slide the blade out and lock it, just leave it pulled over in order to put it back in place. I've had the TiRant Razr for about a year, give or take, and it has been my go-to for opening boxes and tearing down boxes at work. I like it because it's compact and just a really great utility knife overall. I've been using carbide blades, or I've been using some titanium nitride blades for longevity. But what we're talking today about is the Ultra. I just want to give a quick rundown so you kind of know where the evolution was. So they took this platform and they have made a much larger version and has the same principles to it. It's still a folding utility knife, or at least it looks that way at first. The beauty of this whole system is that it is modular. So there's a little button right here that when you press it, your thumb stud, or thumb ramp we'll call it, pops up and allows the blade to be removed. And it comes with just this out of the box. Just comes with just this blade. There are extra blades available, which I'm going to show you. I like the blade attachment here because it's able to allow me to choke up with this little area here, able to get a little bit closer to the box that I'm cutting, allow me to make those deep cuts in cardboard if the cardboard is extra rigid or being a little stubborn. The difference with this razor blade attachment compared to the Razr is that it uses Torx heads in order to remove the blade. These are not hard to remove. You just would remove them and this blade just about pops out. It's held in enough securely, but you don't have to completely remove the screws in order to remove the blade. I want to say that these are T6s. The things that I like about it, aside from being a full-sized knife, with the Razr, if it wasn't for the area up front to choke up on and really, work on those boxes and really have some control over the blade, it would only be a three finger grip. But having that allows me to get it full 4 fingers, and this is 4 fingers even without choking up. But it's nice that I do have that choke up area on here. The company does make a couple different models where this is has like a U shape to it, and it has some texturing here to aid in grip. If y'all think that that's too smooth, then you might slide your finger onto the blade and hurt yourself. There are other options available. Like the Razr, the handles come in different configurations, whether it be micro milled slashed, regular slashed like this one, black PVD. I chose just a regular finish. I like it because it reminds me of something like a Sebenza or something. Just a very plain finish, nothing fancy, just like a classic design. As with this one, I kind of went fancy because I had never had a milled titanium handle before, so I wanted something a little flashy. And it's nice. It doesn't really add any extra texture on my grip. It's just really cool to look at. So some measurements, because I'm sure people are going to want to know about the measurements for this thing. So it's 3.3 ounces the way it comes out of the box, just like this. I'm not sure if the other blades probably won't mess with the weight a whole lot. The handle from its highest point is 0.98 inches. Bleh, say that again. So just about an inch in height. It is 4.15 inches long. The blades, I would assume the regular blades as well as this one, because the site says it comes in at 2.95 inches, so just under 3. And full length is 7.15 open. Seems like they're doing a little bit extra math there, because there's still 0.5 inches. It's not factoring, but that's what the website says. You know, lock bar access is really easy. I like how with this model there was an over travel stop that was part of the lock bar insert. Instead of doing that on this model, they had milled the frame out, so the part of the frame actually stops the blade from over traveling, which I thought was a neat little thing. So instead of incorporating in the insert, they just did it like that. The thumb stud, I had rotator cuff surgery, so thumb stud deployment's a little difficult for me. I have to almost build up pressure to be able to launch it, but I would assume an individual who has regular strength in their hand would be able to launch that no problem whatsoever. But for me, I've been having some difficulty, so I've been launching it via the flipper. The pot clip is 2 inches in length. It is a deep carry. They also have one that is ultra deep carry. It's about 1 3/4 or so. There's not much of a difference. It's just a little bit shorter, probably about that deep. For those who like to do maintenance on their knives and tools, you'll need a blowtorch to, not a real blowtorch, more like a little butane lighter, excuse me, to heat up the pivot before you undo it, because they have a good amount of Loctite holding things together. But that's good, because you don't want things flying off. On top of the different milling patterns, you can have the back spacer changed out so it's different. You can have skiff bearings added to it. There are various customizations that XC Designs offers for their models. So almost like endless, options, which is a really cool thing. So anyways, blades and the box I want to show you guys. This is really not a review, more like an overview, because I've only had it for a few days. The box just says what it is, some information on the back half. Y'all want to read that? Pause it and read it. Like all XC Designs products, it comes with a tool for disassembly as well as spare parts. They give you just about all the spare parts that you could possibly need. It does look like there's a foam cutout for a really long back spacer if they chose to. I guess if you had ordered one or wanted an extra, they could drop it in there. But they even give you a new steel lock bar insert, the pins to hold it together, the pivot, extra screws. It's just phenomenal. They, instead of needing to rely on customer service to send you more parts, they come included, which is a neat little thing. And they've done that with all their, with the Avera I have, with this guy, all the parts are included. The blades that I have a Tonto that is in Topo design. First I thought it looked like Damascus, but no, it's just a laser etched Topo. But it's a neat little Tonto. And has a drop point blade, and I'll just show you guys. So I use a box cutter at work. When I get off work, I want to, slip into a different mode, if you will, and go with a drop point. I just hit my button, slide the blade out. I can then take the drop point blade, insert. There you go, changed. And what I think is cool is that with the razor blade one, you've got this additional space to choke up. There's no choke up on this, so it gives you a full-size blade, even though it's a blade exchanger. The blade goes all the way back to here. That is impressive. I like that. So I'm able to use this as a daily driver, but when I want to switch over to box cutter mode, problem solved. It's a pretty neat idea. The other blades there is a sheep's foot. And similar to the sheep's foot, similar but not exactly the same. So they're calling a box cutter looking blade, or razor maybe. I forgot the exact terminology that Exceed uses. But it has the same shape as a box cutter, but it's just a regular blade, which I think is kind of a cool compromise between the two styles. The blades are made out of D2, and they have an HRC of roughly 60, plus or minus. You know how they'll do on the websites, plus or minus 60. So heat treatment's around there somewhere. But that's just a quick little overview showing you guys the TiRant Ultra. I'm just a huge fan of Exceed Designs products, and I am blown away. I thought I loved this guy a ton, so much that I had the one from O-Knife, the U1. I had the U1 in titanium, and ended up selling it to a friend because I didn't like it as much as this one. This one has just been my absolute favorite for work, and now that I have this one will get some pocket time because it's much larger, and I just feel like I can hopefully do more with it since it's modular. So there you guys go. I can't talk today with a toot. It's been a long week, and I'm off this weekend, so that'd definitely be nice. You guys have any questions? Let me know. I'll do what I can for you. Thank you.